Hey folks, it is Steven, the librarian, and I just wanted to show you really briefly what I put together in our library research guide for week 3. So on the left navigation menu, click on library, and then the video from last week, as well as my online hours are listed here, video from last week. So you all should have started exploring your research topic, and so then jumping over to our week 3 tab, you will see that I pulled in some of the information from the full week 3 info here. Do visit this just because it has all the information for week 3 and I don't want you to miss anything. But I pulled in the library related parts of that. So you're starting to begin your annotated bibliography and you're writing your prospectus. I briefly put here some of that information. Professor Venegas also put in a really good video on generating keywords, so do watch that. The gist of that is simply that when you start to do research, you're not only using the same words every single time. So let's say we want to do research on like the best ways to train pit bull puppies. So instead of just typing in training pit bulls, we might use words like behavior modification, repetition, like healing. I mean, I guess it's where the dog walks beside you. Stopping at corners, looking both ways. And then for pit bulls, we might use like dogs or canines or four-legged friends, whatever. It's just taking your research topic or question and then identifying the main words in it, and then developing additional search terms. That's simply because everyone writing on a topic, all scholars, all journalists writing on an issue, they may be using different words. They may not all be using the exact words that you come up with in your research topic. So watch that video. If you have any questions, live chat with me, live chat with a colleague. So the specific assignment for this week is to find a popular source from a newspaper or periodical. Professor Venegas mentioned The Atlantic, the Chronicle of Higher Ed, Inside Higher Education. So I put those links here. They will work with varying degrees of success. So I put them there, but know that if you jump straight to US Newsstream or EBSCOhost All Databases, you might have more luck. So you're welcome to try all of them, but I'm not going to show you US Newsstream, but I showed it last week. You just type in some keywords and you're searching all these different newspaper databases. Sorry, you're searching all these different newspapers in a single database. The nice thing about EBSCOhost All Databases is you'll be using it for a lot of classes. And I mentioned here next to it that actually is a set of 50 plus different individual EBSCOhost product databases, all in like one powerful search. But since your instructor is asking for popular sources, I'm going to recommend that you limit your results on the left side of a search to magazines and or news articles. So let me enter there really briefly. And then before I leave this page, you're also going to be annotating that source after you give it in MLA style. So the benefit of using one of our 2 library databases is that you'll be able to use that MLA citation tool. You'll be able to get your MLA citation, check it against the OWL at Purdue, check it against the Miracosta Library citation page, and then annotate it by responding to, she gives you about 7 different things to respond to in 1 sentence each. And again, that's back in the full week 3 info. So let me enter EBSCOhost All Databases, knowing that I'll show you how to search how to focus on magazines and news articles. Sorry, let me log in. Okay. So the idea behind searching in library databases is, again, it's not to type in your whole research question, but rather to represent your topic in a few words. So if I type in the word undocumented, let me just show you for fun how many results we get. A lot, I'm sure. 56,951. So let's add the word students, and let's see how many fewer we get. So 56.9, by adding one word, we get down to 4,681. And if you wanted to put quotation marks around the phrase undocumented students, we'll get to even fewer than 4,681. So quotation marks around undocumented students gets us to 1,551 articles in EBSCOhost all databases. So on the left side, I want to point out that these articles go back in this list of 1551. The articles here are published from 1983 to this year. I would recommend that you're probably looking at the current state of undocumented students. If you were to be focusing on the history of undocumented students, you might want to look at some of those 1980s publications, but I would imagine that most of you, if not everyone, will be looking at more recent information. So I'm going to go back to, I don't know, like the past 7 years. So let's do 1015. Let's do 2015 to 2021. Of those 1,500, a lot will be from this time period. But we're able to throw off some more. So there's only 6, wow, I'm surprised. Half of those are recent-ish, 7 years or recent, more recent. So 624, but then on the left side, as I mentioned before, I want to show you how to look at news sources, of which those 5, 6, whatever hundred, or 258 are news sources, and 108 are magazines. I like magazines as popular sources just because they'll be a little bit longer than news sources, a little bit more robust. So in EBSCOhost all databases, focusing on documented students, there's 108 magazine articles. You can even refine this even further by typing in success rates or completion, which I'm not going to do, but you're welcome to do that. So fine, giving undocumented students safe harbor on campus was written by an author, Sylvia Mendoza, published in a publication called The Hispanic Outlook in Higher Education magazine from 2015. It's 4 pages long. I know that one of the topics was talking about undocumented students and financial aid. So undocumented students struggle to afford college without federal aid, published by an author named Sarah Weissman in a publication called Diverse, Issues in Higher Ed from just a couple years ago, 2019. If I click on PDF full text, the article will open. And let's say you look through this and you end up wanting to select this popular source as yours. On the right side, I want to point out there's the Google Drive button. It will put this magazine article into a folder called EBSCO in your Google Drive. You can print it, you can email it, but I want everyone to please use the citation tools in the databases, which is third from the bottom here, the off-color yellow page. Click on that. And then scroll down to MLA. You can grab your MLA citation and then put that into your assignment. And then always, always, always check to see whether it's correct or not. You can use the OWL at Purdue. You can use the MiraCosta Library site. You can live chat with us and ask us. But just to look at this, I would say it looks good. Okay, if you have any questions, please do feel free to live chat 24/7. You have my hours on the week 1 tab here, but you're also welcome to chat with anybody. Okay, good luck.